Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well out there in the world. I decided to do a gouache painting. I bought some gouache paints a couple weeks back and I've been practicing with them, but I just can't get the hang of it. I don't like the texture of the paint. There's just something about gouache that just doesn't gel well with me. I love watercolor. I'm a watercolorist at heart, so yeah, this whole gouache situation is a little bit puzzling. So I decided to just kind of work on this little piece and see how I like gouache, how I can work out some of the issues that I'm having with the paints. Maybe it's the paints or maybe it's just me. I'm not sure. So this work is basically just me figuring out my technique with gouache. If you guys have any techniques that work well for you, let me know. Definitely letting the layers dry between application is best. I prefer a wet on wet application when I do watercolors, and I think I've been trying to let that work with gouache, but it's not giving me the effect that I'm after. I know I'm complaining a lot about this painting, but honestly, I was just enjoying it. It's nice to do work that has nothing to do with anything, work that is just practicing. I've been sitting in front of my computer working on a very tedious commission for a while, and it is literally sucking the life out of me. So this gouache situation was a welcome distraction, and I'm pretty happy for it. I definitely love the pose of this subject that I chose. I feel her expression is just calm yet thoughtful, and I want to finish up the work by surrounding her with some botanicals. I am obsessed with antique botanical illustrations. I've always been. I know it's a bit of a trend now, but this is something that I've always loved, and I've collected many books on botanical illustrations. For a while there, I would paint mushrooms, all the mushrooms that I could think of. And I think I might get back into that because painting mushrooms, it really works on your observation skills. You have to really pay attention to get the details that you're looking for. But anyways, back to this piece. I'm thinking about surrounding her with some botanicals, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do some loose leaf to help carry out that thoughtfulness where she is not really thinking about anything in particular. She's just daydreaming. So maybe some loose leaf will help to bring that out a little bit more. I find hands so difficult to render, so I cheated and hid most of her hand behind her face. Maybe I will do some practices of hands using gouache again, so doing two difficult things in one painting. For her top, I wanted to show a more painter quality to her outfit. She's just wearing a giant blouse, I think. I'm not even sure where I was going with this. I just started applying paint. So I decided to continue the idea of adding in some loose leaves, mostly because I wasn't very careful when I was creating this piece, and I have a lot of little driplets and droplets all over the paper. So I'm mostly trying to hide those little bits of mistakes and messiness. I was thinking that maybe after this is completed, I could go in with a fine liner and make the leaves a little bit more defined. I haven't decided yet. At first, I was going to create some monstera leaves, but I just drew some leaves from my imagination. These are some Natoya leaves. Also, I'm using my Winsor Newton watercolors to do the leaves. I don't know, I couldn't get away from the watercolors, and I just went back and collected my watercolor pan to do these leaves. I just find watercolors so much more easier to work with. Maybe it's the lack of control, I'm not sure. They work so much better for me. And that's it, you guys. That concludes my Paint With Me video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.